Hi everyone, Diana here. I've just kind of pulled off the road to stop and give you the messages for the week of October the 14th to the 20th. October the 14th to the 20th. I'm running a little late this week. It's been a very, very busy week. I think we're going to have a little calm this week. It feels like, at least at the beginning of the week, it's going to be somewhat calm. I don't know that that's going to last all week, but we're certainly going to start there. At least calm considering. You know, it's been very chaotic, and we're still in that very, very erratic energy. We're still in that very strong energy, but we can use that energy to propel us forward and to not live in the anger or the fear that so many people are living in right now. Don't go there. It's not going to do anybody any good, least of all you. So when that fear comes up, look at it, sit with it. Don't just push it down. Just kind of look at it and say, okay, what is this? And then make a choice to change it to love. That's all. I have promised to tell you, help you develop that intuition a little bit more. And this week I want to suggest that you play intuitive games. I want to come right back to that because I also want to say we do have a couple more openings for the intuition workshop coming up in just a couple of weeks. So you got to get registered. I'm really excited about it. This will take you, this workshop is a life changer. It's very, very intense, and it'll change your life. And tomorrow, or excuse me, in a couple of days, I've got my year-long workshop, and I have been asked to do that again next year. And we meet once a month, and that's like an ancient mystery school. So in a couple of weeks, get signed up for it, is the Awakening to Your Deeper Intuition workshop. And you've heard me say, I think intuition is one of our greatest assets right now. Intuition right now can keep us safe. Intuition right now can keep us from if we develop that intuition, it helps us know the truth of our lives and the truth of all life. So I'm hoping many of you will come and be part of that with me. And for those of you who have signed up, welcome. I'm glad you're a part of this. All right. Again, I think this week is going to be relatively calm, but it's almost like the calm before the storm, and I don't know that it's going to last all week. So catch your breath. I know many of you are tired. Catch your breath. We're going to get through this together. Thank all of you for coming. Thank all of you for coming back. A couple of you have mentioned that you're having trouble hearing me. So I am looking into, I'm having some friends who are much more aware of electronics than I, look into getting a microphone that I can travel with. And so we'll take care of that for you. In the meantime, turn your volume up on your computer or phone, and turn the volume up on YouTube, and hopefully you can hear what I have to say. Thank you for letting me know I need to put a microphone on, and I know that some of you don't want that. You'll have to turn your volume down, so we'll do our best. Thank you for those of you who have subscribed, who do come to my channel. For those of you who comment below, I'm grateful. And for those of you who tell your friends. And I want to say, for those of you who understand that love is an active verb and you're adding love to the world, thank you. Thank you. For all those caught in our erratic and horrific weather patterns, oh gosh, our hearts are with you. Not just in the US, but all over the world, we're having really horrific weather patterns. And these weather patterns are not going to calm down. They may calm down for this week, but they're not going to calm down. They're actually going to increase in intensity. And so, again, that intuition will help us be safe, but let's also be smart. If you're asked to evacuate, please do so. Please evacuate. Okay, this week I want to tell you about playing intuitive games, because that's a great way and a fun way to increase your intuition. So silly little games like which line is the fastest to get in at the grocery store, or the standing in line at the bank. Also play with your friends. Do things like, I'm thinking of a number from 1 to 10, and the friend has to guess the number. You can take photographs and turn them upside down, and again, you'll do this with a friend, and have 3 or 4 photographs, and you're in one of them, and have the friend pick the one you're in. That will be helpful too. When the phone rings, try to guess, is this a real phone call, and if so, from whom? Or is this just one of those other robocalls that we are getting inundated in the US? I don't know about other countries, but they're pretty bad here. Play those intuitive games. Now make sure the game you can check, like if you're standing in line, was it the fastest? And don't beat up on yourself if you don't get the right answer. If you're playing with a friend, of course, you can check that with the friend. Give each other little mini readings, so to speak. Make it fun. Make it enjoyable. Don't make it, again, don't get too intense. And, I don't recommend Ouija boards and that type of thing, but if you do use a Ouija board, or if you do get involved with tarot cards, which are great, but I prefer you being trained to use them. But if you do get involved with those things, always say a prayer of protection. And a prayer of protection is very simple. Just pull in your divine source. It can be the Christ light. It can be just the highest form of love. It can be a spirit guide or a protector. It can be Michael the Archangel. But pull in that protection and know that you are only working with the highest energies. Do not work with those energies that are not of the highest form. And if anything comes to you that is not of the highest form, you simply ban it and tell it to get away. All right? Okay, let's get a message from Philip. Now, Philip is my spirit guide, as many of you know, and we have a message of wisdom on each page. So we're just going to flip through the book and find a message for us. And here we go, right or left? Are you thinking right or left? Okay, I'm actually thinking of, I'm not real sure, because I'm getting the message for right and left, but left is a little bit stronger. So I'm going to read left as our message, and then I'll also read the right page. Okay, here we go. I love this. A tree speaks to you of God through its blossoms, a bird through its song, a man or woman through his or her creations. A tree speaks to you of God through its blossoms, a bird through its song, a man or woman through his or her creations. Oh, my friends, let yourself, let the God, let the universe, let the love speak through you. Don't add more anger to your life or to the world. Add joy, add beauty, add spirit. Let's see what the other page says. That which you see wrong in another is that which is wrong within you. That's a little harsh, but true. That which you see wrong in another is that which is wrong in you. That doesn't mean it's exactly. So if I see anger in another, or I see a foolish move that someone's doing, that doesn't mean I'm going to make the same move or I'm going to get angry about the same thing. What it simply means is it gives me the opportunity to step back and say, whoa, wait a minute. Do I have anger in me? And if so, what does that look like? And what do I want to do about it? If I see someone doing something foolish and I think, oh, that foolish person, I need to stop and say, wait a minute. What do I do in my life that's foolish? I think there are a few things. And I get to stop and say, okay, let's do that differently, Diana. That's what this means. It sounds a little harsh, but it's not quite as harsh as we think. That which you see wrong in another is that which is wrong within you. You know, having a bit of a public life and being out there on YouTube and Facebook and Twitter, I have people who write and tell me, do this or do that, or don't do this or don't do that. And especially on Facebook, there are a couple of people who have, let's say, have been very unkind. And I know it always isn't about me, it's about that person. I don't take these things personally, and I don't want you to either, because what the other person is saying about us really has very little to do with us. It has much more to do with the other person. So don't get your feelings hurt. It's not about you, it's about them. But it does give us the opportunity, when we start seeing what's wrong with the other person, to take a look at our own stuff. That's pretty good. And then it gives us the opportunity to say, you know what? I'm going to let Spirit speak through me. I'm going to be like the autumn that's coming up where I live, with the beautiful change of the trees. I'm going to be like that. I'm going to let Spirit be what I put out in the world. I'm going to put love out in the world. And as I do that, I know I will be shown the ways to add love to the world. Catch your breath, my friends. Add love to your life and to the world. We are holding many healing circles all over the world. Some of you are writing, telling me about your healing circles, and I'm so grateful that we're all doing this. We are healing our world. Easy? Try to bring as much joy into your life as you can, because that joy then spreads to others. Thank you, my friends. I'm always grateful you're here with me, and I'm always grateful to hear from you. Until next week, we love you. From Daisy, who's home with the rest. She loves you, as do all those kittens and the two-legged ones. We love you. Thank you for accepting that love, and thank you for loving us.